Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this look. I'm doing a makeup tutorial, which I haven't done in a very long time. I've kind of found my love for makeup, and I really wanted to do a tutorial on like a glowy bronze summer makeup look. And I do this look pretty often, especially ever since it's gotten super hot. I really like to look bronzy and glowy. But one thing that I will say is I have the type of skin where when it's hot, makeup just melts right off. So I've kind of searched high and low for products that work, that are glowy but also stay on the skin. So I would say that this is kind of like a long-lasting summer makeup tutorial. The main focus of this tutorial is probably going to be on the skin, and then the eyes are just super natural, just a really quick eye that you can do, but also just really brightens up your face. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, this glowy glam look, then just continue watching. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my face. I'm using a Dior Glow Maximizer. This is a really nice primer. I usually don't use primer unless I'm using like a glowy one to enhance the way my makeup looks. I think the number one secret to having super glowy skin is your skincare beforehand. I've been using Pixie's Glow Tonic, which I absolutely love, and I've noticed a definite difference in the like glowiness of my actual skin. So just make sure you're taking care of your skin. You have on a nice moisturizer underneath, but you guys can see already the glow that this primer gives me, and it is very tacky, so your foundation just sticks right onto it. As if our primer is not glowy enough, I'm also going to add some type of illuminator. So the illuminator that I've been loving is the Makeup Revolution, and it's the, what is it called? It's the liquid highlighter in the color Champagne, and it's so similar to the Josie Maran Argan Illuminizer. I believe this costs like $40, and this is like $9 or $10, so this is a really good dupe for the Josie Maran. And I'm going to be using a wet beauty blender, a sponge, whatever you have, to apply that. And what I do is I basically put it on the back of my hand. Now this is totally optional, but I do like that extra glow, and I look to the side and I see where the light hits me, and I just kind of apply that glow where the light hits me. And I do kind of go overboard because my foundation does cover most of it. So if you do have bigger pores like me, using something like this, like a liquid luminizer, kind of prevents the powder highlighter. Like if you want glow right here, but you don't want to put the powder highlighter because you feel like it emphasizes your pores, a liquid highlighter really kind of prevents that cakey highlighter look in that area. Not all of us are blessed with gorgeous skin, so sometimes we have to do what we gotta do. Today I'm going to be using the NARS Tinted Moisturizer, and this is in the color Groenland. And I just put some on the back of my hand. Usually I'm not the type of person that likes to use a beauty blender for foundation. I just feel like it eats a lot of my product. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not like a big time beauty blender person for foundation. But the fact that I want like a dewy look, I do like using a beauty blender for it. I feel like the wetness of the sponge kind of helps the foundation be more dewy. Maybe it's just in my head, but I don't know. I like it, so I'm going to be using a beauty blender just to pounce? I don't know. Put it all over my face. So you can definitely tell that even though I have a full face of like tinted moisturizer on, like a foundation, I still have stuff that shows through, which is fine because you know what? First of all, your skin is not perfect, and some of us just don't have perfect skin, and it's okay if it shows through a little bit. This is kind of like a natural glowy look. But one thing that I've been loving doing is instead of using a full coverage foundation, I'll go in with a concealer, and I'll conceal any imperfections that I have underneath my eyes. So I kind of let the concealer do the work as opposed to my foundation, and I feel like that really helps me feel like I don't have too much makeup on. And the concealer that I've been loving is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is in the color C5. This is the color I use when I have like a little bit of a spray tan on. So what I'm gonna do is just put that underneath my eyes, and I do kind of go in heavy-handed with this. You don't have to go as heavy as I do, but like I said, I use such a light amount of foundation that I have the room to put on more concealer. A lot of people compare this concealer to Tarte Shape Tape, but I will tell you one thing. So you see I have a lot of concealer on. This is not as thick as Tarte Shape Tape. It has more of like a natural finish, and it blends out much, like, I can't explain it. It kind of blends into your skin seamlessly. There are days where I'll just wear concealer under my eyes, and you can't really tell where my skin ends and the concealer starts, which is honestly something that is very hard to find in a full coverage concealer, but this is like amazing. And I'm just using my beauty blender to blend that out. So before I set anything with powder, I'm going to be going in with this Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. And this is optional. I just like using a liquidy bronzer, like a cream bronzer or something for the summer, because I feel like I do sweat off my makeup, and this kind of gives like an assurance, I don't know the word, that like I'm still going to have that bronzer. And I love the color of this, but it's unfortunate that they only have, like, I don't know if they came out with more colors, but they pretty much only have this one color, which is pretty much like for someone of my skin tone or a little bit darker than me. And it is a bit orange, but I do like that kind of like orangey bronze during the summer. I feel like in the winter I'm too pale to get away with the orangey bronze, but during the summer it is a gorgeous kind of like I'm tan look, you know? So I'm just using like this kind of, I don't even know what kind of brush this is. It's like a stippling brush, but it's a little bit like denser than a stippling brush. My voice just went really high right there, didn't it? So now that I have my bronzer on, I'm just going to make sure there are no creases in my foundation. And I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I'm going to set underneath my eyes. And I know that whenever you're doing a glowy look, people are like, why would you use powder? But I did say this was going to be long lasting, didn't I? So I like to set where I know I get creasy and disgusting. And I'm actually kind of baking those areas, because although I do like to look glowy, there are just some areas where I feel like I'm too oily to look glowy. I don't know. So I do like to set. Obviously, setting is totally optional. But if you do find that every time you do glowy makeup, your makeup kind of just falls apart, just try setting the areas that you need instead of your entire face. So the areas that for me that get like really crappy are underneath my eyes and right in this like mouth area. So I just like to go in with powder, and then also right this area right here, because I have wrinkles and everything just kind of goes into my wrinkles. And then I also set my eyes as well. While that's setting, I'm just going to go into my eyebrows real quick. I'm using my Anastasia Dipbrow pomade and a Morphe M165 brush. Honestly, I've tried other products. I've tried to like other things for a more natural brow. This is just what works for me. And you know, you guys, honestly, like, this is the one product, I swear to God, that does not come off your eyebrows. You can shower and it'll still be on. So just use what works for you. Like, I feel like my eyebrows are already pretty dramatic. So even when I try to make them look natural, it just doesn't work out for me. I'm just going to try to define them a little bit and not make them as, you know, boxy or anything. So there is one eyebrow defined. Like, it just, I don't know. I can't do a natural brow. It just doesn't work for my type of eyebrow. If I had like thinner eyebrow hair, I think it would work, but your girl's eyebrow hair are like pubes, girl. It just does not work. So I'm gonna move on to the eyes. That's why I zoomed you guys in. I set my eyes with powder like I said, and I'm gonna be going in with the Morphe 24G Grand Glam palette. And I'm just going to do like a nice wash of color on my eyes to make them glowy and pretty. I'm going to be going in with the color Spiffy, which is right over here. And I love this color because it isn't a matte and it isn't a shimmer. It's just kind of like a satin color. And it's gorgeous with just like all over your eye. And it gives like that really nice kind of glowy eye look without being too much. And I'm going in with a Morphe M504 brush. It's just like a very fluffy brush. You guys know I love these fluffy brushes. It's pretty much what I do my makeup with like every single day. So once I have like a nice wash of that color all over my eyes, I kind of go in with a little bit more and put just a tiny bit more in my crease. And it's so nice. Like, you could use one color and create kind of like a smoky eye just by applying different amounts. And that's why I just really love this look, because it's so easy to do. Like, you could literally do this with any type of eyeshadow. You just put on like a nice wash of it on your lid and then go kind of heavy-handed in your crease. I'm also going to take that same exact color on that same big old fluffy brush and put that right underneath my eyes. I've always liked a really nice smoked out lash line. I know that this is not everyone's cup of tea, so you could use a smaller brush to do this. For a little bit of shimmer on the lid, I'm going to be using ColourPop Amaze. and usually really good with your fingers, but it's kind of hard with nails. So I'm going to try to do it with this Ofra brush, but we'll see how well that goes. I don't know if it's going to go so well. The thing I love about these ColourPop shadows is like you get the effect of having like some type of glitter on your lash, on your lid, but it's not like you don't have to put glue and all that. Like, it's too much for me. I can't do that. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be using this long wear eyeshadow stick called Batterup. It's from TheBalm. I absolutely love this color. It's in the color Moonshot, and it's so gorgeous on your inner kind of tear duct area, and it just looks so glowy. And you don't have to set that or anything. It kind of just does its own thing. I kind of bring that up. You don't have to. I just really like that extreme glowy look, obviously. So because it's summer, and honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna even call this, if this is natural to some people or it's like dramatic, but personally, whether I'm going natural or dramatic, during the summer, I don't like to wear false lashes. The glue gets everywhere. It's just too much for me. So my best friend is an eyelash curler. It makes the world of difference in your lashes. Like the way your mascara kind of sits on your lashes, it's crazy. Like I love what this does. I used to never be able to find a great mascara until I realized I need to find an eyelash curler first. I'm using my IT Cosmetics Superhero Lash. I find that this doesn't bleed on me. It doesn't flake. If you guys hear my birds, I apologize. I think I apologize for them in every single video. They're super loud and they just like to make a lot of noise. So, I mean, there's honestly nothing I can do about it. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to be going in with this bronzer. It's called Debutante, and it's by Morphe brushes. And I'm just going to go over the same areas I did with that cream bronzer. And once again, this is just assurance. Oh my god, I need to look that up before I freaking use vocabulary and then get embarrassed. English is my second language, guys. Please bear with me. Yeah, I'm going to add more bronzer because in the summertime, I love to look bronzy. Blush is totally optional, to each their own. Sometimes I use blush, sometimes I don't, but I am loving MAC's Warm Soul as of lately, and I just think it's the perfect, like it has like that glow to it, and then it's also like a very bronzy blush, so I kind of pull it up instead of going right on the apples of my cheek. So on to my favorite part, which is highlighter. So there are two highlighters that I feel like work for me and they're just amazing. So the first one is on the higher end. This is Becca Champagne Pop, the Jaclyn Hill collab. And then this one is like drugstore and super cheap drugstore. It's like $4. This is the Wet n Wild illuminating powder in the color Precious Petals. I absolutely love both of these. I think that they're kind of like pretty similar in tone. Like pretty much exactly the same. I'm just gonna use Becca's Champagne Pop today. So when I'm doing an all over glowy look, I like to use a fan brush because I feel like it diffuses the product like all over. So I'm just using this Morphe fan brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and start highlighting. So yeah, that is just like an amazing product. Like I'm sure everybody knows how great this product is. And I go in the same areas where I went with my liquid illuminator just to like amplify it. A little trick that I like to do is I'll just take my wet beauty blender like as is, and I kind of go over my highlighter once to kind of melt it into my skin to get rid of that powdery look. I know that a setting spray kind of does the same thing, but I feel like a beauty blender really just like pushes it into my skin. I don't know if it's in my head or what it is, but yeah, I just kind of push it into my skin and then I go back in with just one more layer of highlight, and then that's when I would use a setting spray. Before I apply lipstick, I'm gonna go in with my good old MAC Fix Plus. I love this product. It's like tried and true and it just works for me. I feel like it just puts everything in its place. So yeah. For lips, I'm going to be going in with Morphe's this is not Love Bite. This is Sweetheart lip pencil. And it's just a really pretty nude and they're so freaking cheap, you guys. Like, it's crazy how cheap these are. Once I have my lip liner on, I'm going to go in with the gloss by NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the color Cookie Butter. I really, really like this gloss. I feel like it is super long lasting and it's so pigmented that it looks like you have lipstick on. And look how pigmented that is. It's crazy. A good trick to use if you want your gloss to really last a long time. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I find it works for me. I go in with the Soft Matte Lipstick by NYX. And this is in the color London. And I kind of mix the two together, and I feel like it gives like, it still has that sheen to it, but it also sticks to my lips a little bit better. So you guys can see I still have that glossiness, but this guaranteed will not have that like feeling, you know what I'm talking about? And then the matte lipstick will dry down a little bit, but it won't go all the way matte. So this is the completed look. I really like the way it turned out. Like I said, I don't even know what I'm going to call this tutorial because I feel like it's a I know definitely that this is like a long-lasting makeup for summer because I have worn this exact look billions of times and I haven't sweated it off. I think the key thing is to find products that work for your skin. I hope some of my recommendations work for you guys. I will leave everything that I use down below, like the products and stuff, so you guys can check them out. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!